All right, let's talk about one of the biggest decisions you'll ever make. You've finished your plus two, and now you're staring down the barrel of choosing an engineering branch. It's a huge deal, and today, we're going to break it all down and make it a little less scary. I mean, just look at those numbers, over 3,000 colleges, dozens and dozens of different branches. It's enough to make your head spin, right? It feels like you're supposed to have your whole future figured out right now, but stick with me, we'll give you the tools to navigate this. So here's our game plan. We'll start by understanding what this moment, this engineering crossroads, really means. Then I'll give you a 5-point compass to guide you. We'll take a quick tour of the top branches, peek into the future, and finally bring it all home to help you make that choice. Okay, first up, your engineering crossroads. Let's be real, this is more than just picking a class. You're laying down the tracks for your career. Here's what it all boils down to. The perfect choice for you is at the intersection of three things: what you're actually good at, what you genuinely get excited about, and this is the important one, where the world is headed. Nail that balance, and you're set up for success that you'll actually enjoy. So to find that sweet spot, you need a tool. Think of this next part as your own personal compass, a simple framework to point you in the right direction. And here it is, your 5-point checklist. For every single branch you're considering, you've got to ask these questions. 1. Am I actually interested in this? Do I like to code, or do I like to build big things? 2. Is this industry growing or shrinking? 3. What kind of jobs are actually out there? 4. If I want to study more later, what are my options? And 5, yeah, let's talk about it. What's the money like? This is your scorecard. Use it. Okay, got your compass ready? Great. Now let's take a whirlwind tour of the biggest and most popular branches in India today.
We have to start with the giant in the room, Computer Science and Engineering, or CSE. Right now, it is the undisputed king of the hill. And honestly, it's not hard to see why.
The main story with CSE is just options. The demand is absolutely insane. You can go into huge IT companies, jump into a fast-paced startup, work on mind-bending AI, or build products. The real magic here is flexibility. You can be an employee, a freelancer, you name it. And if you're worried about the future, just look at this quote. $1 trillion digital economy. That's the goal. That means the need for skilled CSE grads isn't going away anytime soon. It's only going to get bigger. Okay, let's shift gears. From the world of code and pixels, let's get back to concrete and steel. Let's talk about civil engineering, one of the original foundational branches. The cool thing about civil is that its future is tied directly to India's own growth story. Every new smart city, every new highway, every skyscraper, that's a job for a civil engineer. If you're looking for stability and a chance to build the future, literally, this is a solid choice. All right, next up is another classic. Mechanical engineering. The simplest way to think about it, if it moves, a mechanical engineer probably had something to do with it. Now, some people might call this branch traditional, but don't let that fool you. It is the absolute backbone of huge industries like automotive and aerospace, but its real power is how it's evolving into things like robotics, renewable energy, and even a whole new field called mechatronics, which is this awesome blend of mechanical, electronics, and coding. Okay, let's talk about two branches that are seriously heating up. Electrical and Electronics, or EEE, and Electronics and Communication, or ECE. They sound similar, but they lead to very different and very exciting places. So what's the real difference between them? It's actually pretty simple. Think of EEE as being all about big power. We're talking the future of the electric grid, solar and wind farms, and the absolute explosion in electric vehicles. ECE, on the other hand, is about communication and smarts. It's the tech inside your phone, the 5G networks, the Internet of Things, and India's big push into making semiconductors. Both of them, by the way, are a great mix of hardware and software skills. So that's the lay of the land right now. But you aren't choosing a branch for today. You're choosing it for your career, for the next decade and beyond. So let's put on our future goggles for a second. If we take a snapshot of the job market today, the picture is crystal clear. CSE and IT are just in a world of their own, dominant. Civil is that strong, steady pillar. But look over here, CECE and EEE, they're the ones on the move. They are definitely the ones to watch. And looking ahead, the predictions confirm that trend. The hottest fields are going to be AI, which is CSE, electronics with semiconductors and IoT, civil with smart cities, electrical with green energy and EVs, and of course, data science. You see the pattern? It's all about digital, sustainable, and smart. Okay, deep breath. that was a lot of information. So let's bring it all back home. How do you take everything we've talked about and actually, finally, make a decision that feels right for you?
Let's just simplify it. If you're the person who genuinely gets a kick out of coding, who loves solving puzzles with logic, then your path is pretty clear. You should be looking hard at computer science, a specialization in AI, or even ECE.
But what if you're the person who looks at a massive bridge or a skyscraper and you're just in awe, wondering, how did they build that? If you want to design and build the world we live in, civil engineering is probably calling your name. And what if you're really passionate about building a sustainable future? If you want to work on green technology, then you should absolutely be focusing on EEE for that EV and renewable energy boom, or even mechatronics for the future of smart, efficient robotics.
Now listen up, because this might be the most important thing I say today. No matter which branch you pick, your degree is just the ticket that gets you into the amusement park. The thing that actually gets you on the best rides, the top jobs, is what you do outside the classroom. The internships, the personal projects, the extra certifications. That's the stuff that really matters. So remember this, your degree opens the door, but it's your passion, your projects, the stuff you build, that's what will define your career. So the real question isn't just, which branch will I choose? The real question is, what will I build first?